I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world?
Hi fans, welcome to Rampagoe TV channel. May you always be healthy and be able to carry out activities as usual. Today I'm going to talk about Jungkook commenting on Lisa's stage act in Toronto. What did he say? One short sentence from Jungkook managed to shake up the entire K-pop community. Not because of controversy, not because of personal issues, but because of unexpected comments on Lisa BLACKPINK's stage act in Toronto. The sentence is simple: she is the stage. But the impact? Bigger than anyone imagined. Is this just a compliment between superstars? Or a hidden signal that has only now been revealed? She is no longer a pop star. He is the stage itself. Short sentence, almost sounds like a personal confession. Yet when Jungkook's name was associated as the one who uttered it, social media exploded without warning. Is this just a compliment between idols? Or is there a much greater meaning behind it? Lisa BLACKPINK successfully rocked Toronto with a stage act that was touted as her best performance of the year. But it was not just applause or reviews from the media that made his appearance viral. The main highlight came from a single sentence that allegedly came out of BTS's Jungkook's mouth. A sentence that was then repeated thousands of times by fans, investigated by Fandom forums, and eventually turned into a heated conversation across the global K-pop community. Which makes the sentence so electrifying not only because of its powerful content, but because of the unusual context in which it appears. A trusted fan account that used to share exclusive moments from Jungkook's activities suddenly uploaded screenshots from an internal source. In it, written in one short sentence, it is explicitly mentioned that Jungkook saw Lisa's performance in Toronto through a closed stream and said the sentence spontaneously. No video, no audio recording. But just one quote is enough to spark a storm of curiosity. The public wondered, is it true that Jungkook said that? If so, why? Is this a form of professional respect between big stars? Do you have a personal message to convey? It is worth noting that all this time, the relationship between Lisa and Jungkook has become fertile ground for speculation. Both are often in the orbit of public attention simultaneously. They range from appearances on the same show, disguised backstage interactions, to schedules that are often mysterious and seem coincidentally close together. But never before did the two of them comment on each other's performances, until this moment of Toronto sticking out. Lisa performed at the Scotiabank Arena choreographing a reshaped Deadline exclusively for the North American tour. In her solo segments, she combines precise dance technique with an expressive intensity that she has rarely displayed before. Many onlookers describe the atmosphere of the night as magnetic, wild yet controlled, and giving no room to blink. Concertgoers, journalists, and even industry observers admit Lisa went to a different level. But when a big account with BTS fandom ties uploaded a sentence from Jungkook, who was called to watch the action, and said, "She is the stage," the atmosphere of discussion changed direction. That sentence sounds like a personal confession from someone who knows what it means to master the stage. Representatives of BTS and BLACKPINK's agency did not provide an official statement. However, netizens did not remain silent. Fandom forums began to dissect the possible authenticity of the speech. Some welcomed it as a form of artistic respect between two world-class performers, but others greeted it with sharper speculation. Is this a signal of deeper closeness? Interestingly, the account that shared the quote is not a speculative account. He is known to often share insights from BTS's closest environment, and several times proved to be accurate in leaking details behind the scene. This fact only strengthened the curiosity of the public. The sentence is simple, but the context, timing, and subject make it explode like dynamite. From Lisa's side, there was no immediate reaction to the statement. However, at a Toronto post-concert meet-and-greet session, a fan asked about how he felt when he knew his performance was being watched by many great musicians. Lisa replied with a big smile and an ambiguous phrase, "I just dance with all my heart. If anyone watches and feels the energy, it's a gift to me." An answer that sounds diplomatic but for sensitive fans could imply awareness of who is meant by who is watching. Shortly after the upload of the quote went viral, the hashtag, which we don't mention here due to editorial requests, appeared on various platforms and clips of Lisa's performance in Toronto were replayed again in various angles. Fan-edited compilations began to appear with narration, cut clips, and of course the iconic one-liners from Jungkook set to music. "She is the stage." Pop culture analysts began to highlight how a single sentence from a figure of Jungkook's class could sway mass opinion and increase the artistic value of another performer. It's not just about praise, it's about how reputation is built and reinterpreted in the digital age. Furthermore, this discussion reopens an old debate. Should the relationship between K-pop idols remain in the professional realm, or should the public be allowed to read the signs of intimacy between them? In the context of Lisa and Jungkook, that statement, if it really comes from him, has ignited new speculation that may not be easily extinguished. What is also interesting, since the viral sentence, Lisa seems more confident on stage. In several videos from subsequent concerts, many noted new gestures, a sharper gaze at the camera, a bolder expression, and an intensity of performance that surpassed even Toronto. Is this some kind of indirect response to the appreciation he gets? Or is it the natural evolution of a performer who reaches his peak? Meanwhile, Jungkook remained silent. He did not confirm or deny, but he also did not limit the accounts that spread the quote. In the last few live sessions, the fans tried to pry with questions like, "Did you watch Lisa's concert?" Or, "Do you know about Toronto?" But Jungkook just smiled, kept quiet for a few seconds, and changed the subject. A silence that feels too full of meaning to be called a coincidence. One sentence, one performer, and one momentum. This combination has created an explosion of discussion that goes beyond even the issue of song releases or group comebacks. It's no longer a matter of who's performing, but who's paying attention, and how that attention becomes the new narrative that lives among fans and pop culture. Did Jungkook really say that? We may never know for sure. But as the old saying goes in the K-pop world, if something is strong enough to be a rumor, then there is something even stronger behind it to hide. In a world filled with noise, silence can be the loudest statement. And in the complexity of global interstellar relationships, it may take just one sentence, "She is the stage," to change the way the world views Lisa and anchor Jungkook's figure into a narrative that can no longer be ignored. In the hustle and bustle of the K-pop world that never sleeps, one sentence from a Jungkook is able to stop time for a moment. "She is the stage." Not a promotional statement, not even an official interview, but a spontaneous phrase that propagated quickly, infiltrated the fandom discussion space, and created a wave of furor. Lisa shone on the Toronto stage, but the comments allegedly coming from Jungkook actually extended her resonance to the rest of the world. Is it just a form of appreciation between performers, or an unfinished message? Behind every sentence, there is emotion, there is history, and there is something that is not said directly. And perhaps when the public focuses too much on songs and performances, they forget that often one simple sentence can speak louder than 1,000 camera highlights. The world will continue to speculate, but for now, the stage belongs to Lisa, and the sentence belongs to Jungkook.